isn't just another ordinary wafer recipe. These are perfect festive wafers with 3 fantastic flavors. Make them for special occasions or when you simply want to impress someone. We start the preparation by kneading 10 whole eggs. And now we will separate the egg whites from the yolks. Wipe your hands, add 250 grams of sugar and mix everything with the mixer. You need to put the egg whites in a metal bowl or a saucepan. The egg whites should look like this. You don't need to whip them into stiff peaks. Put it on the stove. When the water boils, put the bowl with the egg whites on top. Reduce the heat so that everything doesn't jump out. And mix until the sugar is completely dissolved. Until the temperature of the egg whites is 70 degrees Celsius. You can easily check that. Mix for about 10 minutes. And then, if the sugar has dissolved and the whole mixture is warm, that's it, it's done. If you heat the egg whites for too long in this type of bowl, they will cook, and that's not good. If you do it in a saucepan, then it takes longer than in this bowl, because saucepans are thicker and take longer to heat up. That would be it. Now we will do the same with the egg yolks. You can use the same bowl or you can use a saucepan. Put all 10 egg yolks in the saucepan. Then add 250 grams of sugar. You can reduce it to 200 if you think it's too much. And I add 20 grams of vanilla sugar. And now I mix it all together. The egg yolks should look like this. Now we take them to the steam as well. In exactly the same way, we will pasteurize the egg yolks, but we will cook them a little longer. And our egg yolks are cooked. The cooking time is between 10 and 15 minutes. When the sugar dissolves and the volume of the egg yolks decreases. For some it will be 12 minutes and for some a full 15. Bowl size and thickness also matter. Smaller bowl, longer cooking, wider bowl, shorter cooking. The sugar must dissolve and reach a temperature of about 70 degrees Celsius. When the egg whites cool down, we need to whip them. Even now, it is not necessary to whip them into a very stiff foam. This is enough. And add 200 grams of ground walnuts. Then mix everything. But try not to push it out like this, like me. When you cook the egg whites, and when they cool down, you may find that a sweet liquid forms at the bottom. Feel free to whisk it, everything will combine nicely. So you don't think you did something wrong. You didn't. Add walnuts, then the ground biscuits too. You need 300 grams. You can put whichever you want, or whichever you have. The density of this filling will depend on the type of biscuits you use. If the biscuits are drier, you will need to add a little milk. I have already prepared 50 milliliters in advance because it is usually needed. This filling now, when we let it sit for a while, it will thicken, so feel free to make it a little thinner. This mixture is now too thick. It thickens as it stands, so spread it before it's too thick. So I add a full 50 milliliters of milk. If it's a more moist biscuit, you may not even have to add any, but it's usually necessary. If you don't have milk, so you don't have to run to the store to buy it now, feel free to pour in water. You won't ruin anything. And our first filling is done. In the microwave, on medium temperature, heating for 30 seconds at a time, melt 100 grams of chocolate. Or melt it over steam, which is safer but much slower. 250 grams of margarine or butter, mix with 100 grams of powdered sugar. add the cooled egg yolks to the whipped butter. Mix the egg yolks and butter together. Divide the resulting cream into 2 parts. One part remains light like this, and to the other I add the previously melted and cooled dark chocolate. Additionally, we collect these remaining parts. Mix, combine, and the second filling is ready. Put a board, then put 1 sheet of wafer, and on the wafer put half of this biscuit part. If this biscuit part has thickened a lot while it waited its turn, feel free to pour in milk and mix everything. We take another wafer, fold it over, press it down a little, then apply the entire chocolate filling. Feel free to spread it, like this, in a thicker layer. There is enough filling, don't worry. And in the end, this festive wafer is really festive. You will see how nicely the cross-section looks at the end. Now the next one. Here, this one has a hole. Press again. And now I apply this part with biscuits again. And now the 4th sheet and the last part, more precisely this yellow one. We all know that these creams made from egg yolks are the most delicious. Fifth sheet of wafer. And now put baking paper on top. Put a board or tray over it and a slight weight. And leave it like this to set and cool. It would be best if you could take everything together to the refrigerator now. Before you take the wafer out of the refrigerator, melt 250 grams of dark chocolate with 3 tablespoons of oil. And leave it to cool slightly. Then when you take the wafer out of the refrigerator, you can put the chocolate on. If you only have 100 grams of chocolate, you can turn this top wafer upside down. When you put it over the yellow filling, then the flatter side will come up, and then you will need less chocolate. This takes a while to spread into all the holes and to be even. And now when I do this, I leave it for the chocolate to set, then I will cut it. Now that they have rested and the chocolate has set, I will cut them to show you what they look like. Wait before you cut, because when the chocolate comes out of the refrigerator, it needs to soften a little. I forgot that, so I cut it straight from the fridge, just to show you how it looks. Look. Perfect cross-section.